So this is Fish Game. It's a game I made for an AI-only game jam, and I just wanted to showcase it here on the channel. So let's get into it. There's a bunch of different levels. We'll play level 5. So what is this game? Well, it's a slot machine game. We have a bunch of symbols, and they give oxygen. For example, you can see the seaweed gives 2 here. And then we have a counter in the top right of our total oxygen. And we need to hit 30 oxygen in 5 dives or we lose. So let's dive. And we got 4 there. And after every dive, you get to draft a new symbol. We have a sea turtle here. This guy gives 2 base oxygen. And also he eats adjacent algae to permanently increase how much he gives. So this guy is permanent scaling, which is pretty strong, honestly. We have message in a bottle here. This guy has a 20% chance to give 10 oxygen, which is pretty good. And he also eventually gets removed when that happens, so it doesn't fill up your board. And then we have tuna, which gives 2, but if it's an adjacent to a rusted can, it gives an extra 5, which can be pretty strong too. But I think I'm gonna go with the tuna actually, and we'll look for some rusted cans. So we got 6 that turn. We got a seaweed or a coral. I think I'm gonna take the seaweed. And we generated 8 that time. Now we could take a message in a bottle. So we have 2 more dives left and we need 30. So let's lock in and get that. Okay, so our message in the bottle popped and gave us 10. So we're already safe actually, and I'll take another one. So yeah, we had 44 and we needed 30, so let's fill up the tank. And we have 14 left, so we can, yeah, after you hit a descent, you get to go to the shop. So we can add another symbol here, and I think I will add a salmon. This guy gives adjacent oxygen if he's beside plants, so we can take that. And let's keep diving. Now we got a dolphin, which has synergies with fish. There's a sea anemone, which gives a benefit if it's adjacent to clownfish. And mussels, which they only give 1 oxygen, but they also increase the chance of getting more rare symbols, which can be pretty strong, especially early. But since we got a decent amount of fish, we'll take a dolphin. So I'm just gonna keep playing the game in the background while I talk about the game jam. So it was an AI-only game jam. It lasted for 72 hours, and in that 72 hours I made this entire game. Because it was an AI game jam, we had to use AI for the programming and the art. For the programming, I used Claude Code, which was really powerful. I was able to get so much done because of it. And for the art, I used this program called Comfy UI, which runs locally and lets you set up workflows to tell the AI models how to generate images. And for the actual model I used, this model called Crea 2, which is one of the newer ones. And I had it generate art in this like hand-painted style, which I think looks pretty cool. So we need 90 to hit this descent, which is quite a lot, honestly. So let's lock in here and reach that. We're getting like 28 per turn. I think we're gonna make it. We'll take an algae here because the sea turtle can eat it to increase its scaling. But yeah, the AI game jam was super fun. The theme of the jam was dive, and so pretty much all the games were ocean themed in some way. I'll just flash on the screen all the different dive themed games there are. I ended up coming 10th overall out of 33 games, so pretty cool for the first game I've made in Unity. And the experience was just super fun. I really think it's amazing how far these AI tools are coming and what's possible to do in a weekend. This game, you might have noticed if you've played a game called Luck Be a Landlord, that this game looks very, very similar to that. Not visually, but like gameplay wise. And the reason for that is that this game is inspired by Luck Be a Landlord. That game has pretty simple art. This game's got, I guess, a bit more detailed art, but it was a really good type of game to make because I didn't need any animations, just static assets, which generative AI is pretty good at doing. We might die here. We need 135 and 3 spins. Let's really hope we can hit that. So the game is available to play for free on itch.io. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'm also curious to hear everybody's thoughts on generative AI and if we should use it for game development or not. So let me know down in the comments what you think about generative AI in game dev. Thanks for watching.